second best. I thought we had that job. I can't believe we didn't get that job. We went in there really tight. I don't know how anybody could have beaten us on that one. Yeah, I mean, we worked hard to squeeze that number down. Right down to the end, we were getting better sub prices. We were using them. We were dropping our number. We should have been low.
Stu's a good hard worker, but he needs to learn to plan ahead, and he's really the one they wanted. They would have been glad to pay the difference, but their hands were tied.
My number was good. I mean, almost perfect.
His number wasn't perfect. He added the overhead twice, and he forgot the carpet.
I wonder what mistakes he made. If our number had been perfect, we would have been really close.
Without the mistakes, he was almost low.
Why do they make these forms so complicated anyway? I mean, it seems like I'm always making a mistake.
You got to learn to read the questions, answer all of them, and check your work.
Who has time to check these things that carefully? I don't. I work these numbers right up to the end. I sure wanted this job. You know, he didn't sign in at the pre-bid, and that's required. You have to sign the pre-bid list.
Just follow the instructions. They can't accept a non-responsive bid.
It may only be a technicality, but the rules are the rules. I don't even know if he was there, but you have to sign the pre-bid list. It's mandatory.
Stu read that requirement.
So I protested his bid. I won my protest. I would have won the project, but somebody protested my bid. I used the wrong color ink.
The project went to the third runner-up, whose price was substantially higher, but he used a blue pen.
Can you believe it? They required blue ink right at the top of the form. Blue ink's required. I mean, it's just a technicality. What if I couldn't find a blue pen?
I thought this was the perfect job. I get to build my own design.
There was nothing in this contract to describe the work to be done.
Nobody told me what they wanted. I really didn't think it mattered. I built 100 of these things. I could build this thing in my sleep.
Stu thought he knew what they wanted, and he went for it and did what he thought was right. He never asked.
I assumed they wanted a first-class job. Most people do, so I priced it that way.
They asked him to get the price down.
I told them yes, I could give them whatever they wanted. Value engineering, less quality, and less stuff.
Of course, performance and durability went down along with the price.
In the end, they took the cheapest proposal. I guess the budget was more important than performance. That was okay. I was ready to give them whatever they wanted.
Nobody mentioned performance and durability. Nobody asked. Neither did Stu.
We finished the job more than a year ago. On budget, on time, and it was all done right. Almost no punch list.
They thought Stu would satisfy their needs, and they didn't see any reason to ask.
Now they say they don't like it, that it's not performing the way they wanted, that they're losing customers. They say I didn't tell them what they were getting. They never asked. How was I supposed to know? They chose what they got, and they got what they paid for.
You know, I don't think Stu has enough money for this.
Now they want me to replace it with the original proposal? That's not fair, is it?
I knew the project would be a challenge. It was very complicated. There are a lot of technical details to coordinate.
This high-profile project needed a lot of cooperation.
It was beautiful, like nothing I've seen before. But I could tell these details weren't going to work.
There was really nothing wrong with this contract, though. Stu needed to give notice and get authorization if he expected to get paid.
The drawings were a mess. Way too many cooks in the kitchen. The architects, the engineers, the consultants were all in over their heads.
Stu challenged the drawings, but he forgot to tell them about the cost impacts.
Lucky for me, I have Jack. He's some sort of a genius. He can build anything. He's a little bit weird though, and he can put people off, but he's just the guy to get us through it.
Getting it done is only part of the challenge.
Jack immediately saw what was wrong, and he told the designers in no uncertain terms.
He didn't give them a chance to agree on what was right.
Whenever he told them what needed to be done, they couldn't answer him quickly enough. So he started filling in the gaps on his own. Not only did he fill in the gaps, he made the project better.
You know, Jack knew more than any of them about this project, but it was their project.
I paid Jack for the work, and the owners got value. Jack and I tallied up everything we did for them, but they don't want to pay us.
Stu gets no extra points for delivering more than he promised in his contract.
They say we didn't comply with the contract. We did more than the contract called for. Now they don't want to pay for it.
Set these scenarios up like test questions. So the first one is who submitted the best bid?
Yeah.
True or false?
I've said all these lines in the past, so it's like, that's a time. Yeah, I've made up all these excuses.
That helps me, yeah.
Okay, good.
We've had this problem with every single person. It's just
Well, you want to
natural.
go right to the next thing, you know, it's
Right.
okay, I'm done with that, I want to
Right.
do something else.
Or if you're Hal, you just want it out.
I'll bet Hal was not real thrilled. I don't think he's going to be calling you up wanting to do more.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Do you want to do anything over?
No,
You want to run through and do them all over again?
no.
This isn't all going to show up in my roast, is it? No. Okay.
Hey, the same line
There's
as
your
last
line.
year. The drawings were a mess. They're always a mess. The drawings were a mess. They're always a mess.
Good.
And I'm sick of it.
That was perfect.
Almost perfect.
I told them I could give them anything they wanted.
Can you believe it? They required blue. I'm sorry. That was perfect timing. They say we didn't comply with the contract. We did more than the contract.
Sorry. That was awesome.
You got to look at me, not at her.
She's better looking than you are.
Good answer, Hal.
I'll move. Down to it, the contractor's going to get hosed here.
So why do you want to grow up to be one? Yeah.
Well, because if you follow Hal's Pritchett's advice on the other side here, none of this will ever happen to you.
And how many OSU students do you represent?
All right.